In the summer of 1990, along the quiet stretch of Interstate 96 in Michigan, a mystery unfolded that to this day still haunts investigators. The car of Paige Renkowski, a beloved substitute teacher, was found idling on the shoulder, its doors unlocked, but the engine was quietly humming and her belongings were there undisturbed. But Paige was nowhere to be found. That morning, Paige had dropped off her mother at the Detroit Metro Airport to visit a friend and made a quick stop at a store. By 3:30 p.m., people passing by noticed a chilling sight. Paige was standing by her car, speaking to two unidentified men in a maroon minivan. A witness later recalled seeing her gesturing, her hands thrown up, before one of the men gently placed a hand on her shoulder. Hours later, who were they? Her car was still there abandoned. The keys, wallet, and even her shoes remained inside, along with an open bottle of beer. It was as if Paige had disappeared into thin air. There were no signs of struggle, no damage to the vehicle, and yet her disappearance felt anything but peaceful. In the months surrounding her vanishing, reports of fake police officers prowling the area surfaced. One has to wonder, could Paige have fallen victim to something sinister? Maybe a carjacking gone wrong? Or was it something far darker? Something we have yet to uncover? To this day, Paige's case remains unsolved. A shadow just lingering over DeWitt Township. A shadow they cannot remove. The answers lay hidden, but somewhere, somebody out there knows the truth. They know what really happened to Paige Renkowski. If you hold a piece to this puzzle, please give the Livingston County Sheriff's Department cold case tip line a call. They're waiting for your call. Let's find out what happened to Paige. What do you think happened to Paige? Tell us in the comments below. In November 2015, Nancy embarked on what should have been an ordinary road trip with her boyfriend. But this journey took a sharp and very unsettling turn. As they headed towards Bakersfield, California, Nancy made a phone call to her sister. Her voice was tinged with an unmistakable note of distress. What started as a casual, relaxing conversation soon shifted when she told her sister she felt something was wrong. The tension in her voice, in her words, alarmed her family, and her father quickly advised her to convince her boyfriend to drop her off at the nearest airport so she could fly back home. It was a lifeline in what seemed like a spiraling situation. Nancy on the call relayed this suggestion to her boyfriend. Her tone was tentative but hopeful. Then suddenly and quickly the call was cut off, leaving her family in a state of cold dread. When they tried to call back over and over and over again, her boyfriend answered the phone, saying that Nancy had fallen asleep. The unease in her family grew deeper, and they tried to hold on to the hope that Nancy would maybe be safe. Now, this is according to her boyfriend. They reached El Centro, California on the morning of November 19, 2015. He claimed that he dropped Nancy off at a shopping center around 9:45 the next day with just $40 in her pocket. This detail struck her family as very odd. $40? Not enough for a woman stranded far from home. And then he said that when he returned 2 hours later, Nancy was gone. For Nancy's family, this explanation never felt right. The haunting question loomed. Did she ever truly make it to El Centro? Or was something more sinister at play? Her family believed that the boyfriend knew more than he was letting on. To them, it was impossible that Nancy would vanish without a trace, leaving behind the people she loved. This is something she just would not have done. Her father, heartbroken and driven by the fear that his daughter was in danger, he held firm to the belief that she'd never reached California. The idea that Nancy had fled to Mexico, a theory floated by her boyfriend, seemed implausible to them. It just did not seem possible. They were certain that she was still somewhere out there waiting for the truth to emerge. But despite their relentless efforts, the case reached a standstill, as if the sands of time had swallowed up Nancy whole. The leads dried up, and hope began to fray. Yet her family refused to give up, knowing that in the shadows of this unsolved mystery, the answers to Nancy's disappearance lingered, but they were just out of reach. Each day without her presence was a painful reminder of the unknown. What truly happened to Nancy Bromet on that fateful trip? Did she ever really reach El Centro? Or did her journey end long before that? What do you think happened to Nancy? Was her boyfriend telling the truth? What do you think? Comment below. Thank you.